Ffestiniog power station is located in Gwynedd in North Wales. It's a hydro-pumped storage power plant with a capacity of 360 megawatts. Ffestiniog was the UK's first major pumped storage facility and continues to play an important role in the electricity market. The plant provides electricity during peak times and when the country's grid network is in urgent need of power. Situated on the boundary of the beautiful Snowdonia National Park, Ffestiniog sits within some of the most breathtaking scenery in the UK. Constructed on 5 levels, 4 of which are underground, the station complex is remarkably simple and compact. The power station was commissioned in 1963 and opened by Her Majesty the Queen in the same year. It was the largest pumped storage power plant in the world at that time. It remains one of the fastest generating plants in the whole of Great Britain, and the 4 generating units are capable of producing enough electricity to supply the entire power needs of North Wales for several hours.
The turbines can generate the 90 megawatts each, and there's 4 turbines in 60 seconds. This is usually done when there's a surge on the grid system. Quite often there's a peak in the morning, sometimes around lunchtime, and usually in the evening, sort of 5 o'clock, and then later on at 9 o'clock, and these are the sort of peak generation times. And then we use the electricity from the grid to pump water back up, typically between midnight and 6 in the morning.
The plant's upper reservoir stores 2 million cubic meters of water, which can generate up to 360 megawatts in 60 seconds. The power station is operated by the First Hydro Company, which is one of the UK's most dynamic electricity generators, responsible for the management and operation of the pumped storage plants at Dinorwig and Ffestiniog in Wales.
Power stations like Ffestiniog and Dinorwig, which are 75% owned by GDF Suez, are a really important part of our UK portfolio. But actually there's a lot of knowledge and skills based in these assets that are valuable for the group more widely.
First Hydro is owned by a joint venture of GDF Suez, 75%, and Mitsui & Co Limited, 25%. The generation cycle begins at Ffestiniog, Ffestiniog's upper reservoir. Large screens inside the intake towers are opened to activate the high-pressure downflow. 37 cubic meters of water per second are discharged through 2 high-pressure shafts, each 200 meters in depth, which are connected to 4 concrete-lined tunnels. This is equivalent to filling an Olympic-sized swimming pool every minute. Steel penstocks then direct the discharge into the station via inlet pipes and valves to start generation. Water is captured in Tanagrishae and pumped back to Ffestiniog, usually overnight, to complete the cycle. The control room lies at the heart of the generating process. Computer systems play a major role in the control and efficient operation of the plant. Rapid response power stations, such as Ffestiniog, provide important services to the nation's electricity network, helping to secure supply and keep the lights on all year round. Ffestiniog Power Station celebrated its 50th anniversary on the 6th of August 2013. To mark this milestone, the power station hosted an event attended by the First Minister of Wales, Carwyn Jones AM, as the guest of honour. The event was also attended by current employees at Ffestiniog, retirees, Welsh Assembly members and local councillors.
Pump storage plants, which are critical for balancing the electricity market in the UK. The fact that they're 50 years old and have stood the test of time is just testament to how valuable the technology is. The principle is really simple. It's pump storage from one reservoir to another, depending on whether you need to generate electricity or pump the water back up for storage for the following day. But the key attribute that these stations have is that they are very quick to respond. So if National Grid needs them to help balance the system, they can call on these stations and they can respond in an instant.
The guests took a guided tour of the power station before hearing speeches from the First Minister, the CEO of GDF Suez Energy UK Europe, and the location manager of Ffestiniog.
It's a great pleasure to be here today, to be asked to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Ffestiniog pumped storage station, and to recognise, of course, the importance of this place in terms of employment, but also the importance of the station in terms of electricity and energy generation, not just in Wales but across the whole of the UK. But it's a tribute to the design work and to the construction work that took place in the late 50s and early 60s. But this power station is not just still here, but is still operational, and of course importantly is still competitive. We know that it takes a great deal of foresight to put in the investment over the years to make sure that plants such as this remains competitive and modern in the future. I'm very confident that this station, along with Ffestiniog of course, will go on providing energy for many, many years to come.
A commemorative plaque was then unveiled by the First Minister. Ffestiniog is considered an important asset for Wales, both as a source of electricity and a local employer. The power station represents some outstanding engineering, and the employees have unique knowledge and skills within the energy industry. 50 years of power generation is a major achievement, and Ffestiniog Power Station will continue to play a significant role in the UK's future energy mix, providing a fast and reliable source of electricity.